Present it to all my subscribers, my viewers, the obedient family, active citizens, and Nigerians. Thank you for joining me once again. Now, let me quickly say that it's quite unfortunate that Abure and his team have refused to accept defeat. It's funny how that they still come up with narratives as if they are in control. Oh, Peter will be this one. Peter will be that one. Peter will be this one. Peter will be that one. Everything is Peter Obi. Oh, Peter Obi has rejected. I made a video recently where I told you that Abure, after the defeat, and then wanted to restitute. I believe that was a medium of restitution. Came out and said, "Oh, we have decided in our faction that Peter Obi is going to take the presidential ticket." After they said initially that, oh, Peter Obi was not going to be. In fact, they have started looking for a new presidential candidate for their own faction of the Labour Party, and then Peter Obi is gone as far as they are concerned. He went back again to say, oh, we have reconsidered and we want Peter Obi to come and take the ticket, and Peter Obi did not even answer them. Now they are coming out to say, oh, Peter Obi rejected our ticket, so he's not even going to come out for the presidential election and all that. Can't these guys understand that revenge is best served cold? When you have failed, you have lost, accept defeat so that you can actually move forward. But you see all these shenanigans of I still have a faction. That is the highest level of foolishness. And little wonder when Bama P actually, called him out. The day they met embarrassed him because that's what she's supposed to do. The day they met in the airport, he was crying like he's still looking for her to attack the lady. The reality is that the guy messed up the Labour Party, and then they are still trying to be relevant in the scheme of things. It's just like in your heart that you have failed, but let us just keep putting ourselves out there. And that is what is happening. I'm going to be showing you what they said and all that, and the reactions to it. But before I do that, let me quickly tell you that Abure, while in an interview with the new INEC chairman, while they were screening the new INEC chairman, made some comments that actually triggered the obedience, where he asked the new INEC chairman, whether he has worked for Peter Obi before. My question is, why Peter Obi every time in these people's mouths? Why don't they have any other person to call apart from Peter Obi? Peter Obi here, Peter Obi there. In fact, let me show you, and when I come back, we'll continue.
So you never represented Peter Obi or PDP?
I was not part of it.
Okay, so
I was not part of it.
So that will give us comfort.
I was not.
That will give us comfort.
I was not part of it.
We thought he was representing the opposition, but now that he has cleared that he was not part of it, I think we should. That will give us comfort. So that issue is hereby deleted. Please proceed.
Okay, on the issue of mentorship raised by Senator Yao, I spoke of mentorship in relation to my teacher who ensured that I was brought in to teach. And usually, as a teacher, you mentor your students. So I was just appreciating the fact that is the normal mentoring, bringing up, developing capacity, educating, and ensuring that you fit in within the society as we're expected to function. I'm quite aware that I'm going to an institution that I must act fairly, elections must be credible, and I must be neutral. So that is at the back of my mind. And so I don't know the concept, the way the mentorship is taken, but it was situated within what happened that, oh, I had somebody who was interested in mentoring me. When you are mentoring somebody, that does not mean you can also not disagree. So mentorship is not going to compromise myself, my principle, and my standards. I believe that I have answered most of the questions that are raised here.
Thank you. So you can take your seat while others ask more questions.
Very well, sir.
And on that issue of mentorship, he has answered it well. Because all of us are mentors, one way or the other, before we came to where we are.
Maybe I should just start with the distinguished senator that spoke last. on the participation of women, persons with disability, in line with the Affirmation Act, action, which is even an international concern, I believe that the time is ripe for that.
If there is anything I've learned from this whole thing is that they are totally afraid of him. The fear they have for that man is unbelievable. That is why you see anytime they want to question anything about the opposition, they don't go to ask about Atiku. He had an opportunity to say, I hope you've not worked for anybody in the opposition before. He had an opportunity to say that. But the first thing he came out with is, hope you have not worked for Peter Obi. Because they don't want to have anybody that even have the slightest love for Peter Obi. The plan is to manipulate the next election. They know in their hearts that they can't win when it comes to a free and fair election. And they are not looking for an INEC chairman that is not going to stain his hands. They are looking for the one that is ruthless in rigging. So the first question that comes to their head whenever something new is coming up is, hope you are not in any contact or whatsoever with Peter Obi. Oh, we need to know. Tinubu that picked the man and brought him to you people to screen. Is that not the most foolish question the Senate president will ask? But look at it. The fear of a man that is not even concerned about you people. Paying attention to touching lives. Paying attention to speaking the truth to power about the situation of the country. The way he has successfully made himself a person to reckon with. A person that you can't do without. They can't speak without calling his name. Look at what former Governor Fayose said. Where he said, look, if we are talking about opposition, there is none now outside Peter Obi as an individual. He made it clear that if there's anybody that even if we are calling opposition now, because the question was, oh, can anybody defeat him? We said no. That but if they are talking about somebody that can even come close and try, and is really an opposition, the others, he said the others are just backbenchers. This one is the real opposition. Because he has successfully kept his name ringing in their mouth. They are so scared of him. And that is why whenever they want to talk, if Peter Obi does not come today, they are using every means to attack him. They will, Wike will come out and speak on Peter Obi. Oh, come here, let us try this thing and see. Let us check. Let us try to check what I've done in 2 years and what you did in 8 years. Oh, Peter Obi, this one, Senate President, Peter Obi, this one, they have even gone to go and inject Abure. Continue talking about him, whether they have removed you. And that is why they are saying this nonsense all around. Let me allow you watch this video. When I come back, we'll continue with what's happening and wrap this up. Now the headlines. It says, Obi, we have offered him presidential ticket. He rejected it. Farouk Ibrahim. Now let's get into the details of what this is actually saying. Now it reads, according to a report by Arise News on Friday, October 17, 2025, less than 24 hours after Peter Obi reaffirmed his membership in the Labour Party and assured that his name would appear on the ballot, the National Secretary of the Labour Party loyal to Julius Abure, Umar Farouk Ibrahim, stated that Obi would not participate in the 2027 presidential elections. Almost money as they shake. During an interview on Thursday, Ibrahim revealed that opposition parties in the country had become too weakened to effectively challenge the ruling Progressive Congress. That's the ruling All Progressive Congress. He explained that the political atmosphere appears to favor President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who he described as being in a comfortable position ahead of the next general election. The Labour Party secretary further maintained that the much talked about return of Peter Obi to the political scene was being overstated, as the former Anambra State governor had, according to him, distanced himself from the party's internal activities. He added that while Obi might still command significant public attention, his action no longer aligned with the party's preparation for the 2027 election. Ibrahim clarified that the Labour Party had made several overtures to Obi, including offering him the opportunity to represent the party in the next presidential race, but he allegedly turned it down. This, he said, confirmed that the former presidential candidate was not interested in contesting again, despite his popularity among supporters. He said, "I can tell you, Obi is not going to contest presidential election. Obi is enjoying media publicity, but 2027, he is not interested in it. We have offered him presidential ticket, he rejected it. The development has created mixed interpretations within the political landscape, especially among party loyalists who still consider Obi a major figure within the Labour Party. However, the latest statement from the party's national secretary suggests a growing disconnect between the former candidate and the party's current leadership, signaling uncertainty about the next political move." Now you can see it, right? These are the events that are playing out right now, and it's really funny to see that these guys are looking for relevance by all means possible. It's the media, I blame, that keep inviting them to come and speak when they know that the courts and even INEC have declared that they are non-existent, and the Nanadi Usman-led faction are the ones that are being recognized. So clearly, they don't even know what is happening in the Labour Party. They are just speaking out of their own, their own intuition or whatever it is that they are actually having. And it's clear that they are defeated, and then these people are not supposed to be paid attention to. They are not relevant as far as the scheme of things is concerned. Let's get back to the video, and then we'll wrap this up. You've seen it, right? First of all, Peter Obi is not even looking for a platform, because the funny thing is that there are more than 99 platforms that are praying for him to just say, okay, let me join you people. They will even dash him the ticket, because there are a couple of parties that will appreciate what he did in the Labour Party if he can pull them up a little. That man single-handedly brought Labour Party from the dungeon it was in to limelight. And if it was a party that is not littered with self-centered, greedy, selfish, wicked people like Abure and the likes, by now, that party for don't take over as the main opposition, because PDP is gone. We all know. Nobody needs to tell anybody. PDP is dead and buried. More of their governors will defect. More of their lawmakers will defect. But if the Labour Party knew what they were doing and had followed the script the way it's supposed to be, by now, all of us would not even join. But because I can tell you that 99% of Nigerian politicians are politicking for just their own stomach, they are transactional. So at the end of the day, it is not difficult to penetrate and destroy a place, because there are some that once you just show them that sugar, they lick it. They are willing to do anything and everything. And that is what is happening. And that's why you see them making those noise. But at the end of the day, Peter Obi still is the conversation. How he has successfully made himself so relevant even after they stole his mandate. More than even the person that is sitting in the seat of power, because he's more relevant than Tinubu. How many people talks about Tinubu apart from his uchins? The uchins of Tinubu are still the ones concentrating on what Peter Obi is doing and what he's not doing online on a daily basis. So it's clear. Absolutely what this is. Make no mistake, Peter Obi have threatened the establishment, so much so that anything that they have to, they fear to hear that name. That's why you see him asking INEC chairman. And Peter Obi have made it very clear. I am coming out for the seat of the... Look, there's no even telling about it. That's why I have to put that snippet there. There's no telling. This is not even something that is debatable. We have already said it. Our principal must come out, and he's not coming out as a vice to anybody. If the coalition let them do the needful. If they let them not do. We will still find a way for him to come out as the presidential candidate in any other party. And Peter Obi is not looking for a platform. The movement alone, called the Obedient Movement, alone is a shutdown. Anywhere he goes to, they follow and they go there. So all these their shenanigans is because of fear. They are using every means possible. They will pay their people. And the funny thing is that when they come with all those narratives, it don't used to even sell, because Peter Obi already have foot soldiers that he don't need to pay. They will stand for him and they will debunk every lies with the truth. Most of these politicians have zero integrity. Their criminalities and all their mess ups are shown online. So when somebody comes to talk, just like Wiki, when he started shouting, "Oh, Peter Obi should come, let us try it out. Let us check what he has done for 80." They went to go and bring the videos he was behaving like a houseboy to Peter Obi and saying, "Oh, every governor should emulate from Peter Obi." And that settled that matter. We didn't need to start talking much. Those videos came to counter that lies. And then we already know that there are baggages around him. People's Gazette have been exposing his criminalities for a long time. That of Wiki, with evidences all over the place. Anyway, let me drop this here, guys. Please drop your comments in the comment section. Really love to hear from you. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you for watching this video. Have a blessed remaining part of your day. I'll see you next time.